Just one last safety thing. In the West Cell Block and North Segregation, that was solitary and death row. Most of the cells are open. You're welcome to go into them, take pictures in them, whatever. Just don't close the doors. They get stuck. People have locked themselves in before.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
My journey begins at North America's most northern drivable point. The plan is to ride through Canada and America before crossing over to Europe. From there, I'll make my way across Asia and down to Australia. New Zealand's southernmost drivable point will mark the end of my journey. I'm calling it the Big Spiral, and this is Act 3 across North America. Good morning from Iowa City. So today we got to keep driving east. I have a flight to catch in Halifax for my motorcycle to ship it over to Europe, and there's a limited time in which I have to get to Halifax. So yeah, we got to keep going east, but there's a lot of interesting places along the way that we're going to visit, and yeah, I'm kind of excited for it actually. But before we do this, the chain on my bike is too long, and so I need to shorten it before we go because it's all flopping around. If you're a little bit technical and you know about motorcycles, the rear wheel can slide forwards and backwards to take up the tension in the chain. Well, it's all the way back, so I need to take a link or two out to solve the problem. Once we get that done, then we'll take off and find some interesting things along the way. Alright, let us go. I gotta get some gas at Casey's. Alright, so you might be wondering why I always insist on working on my own bike. And why don't I just take it somewhere and let them deal with it? Well, it's because I want to learn as much as I can about my own bike. So if I'm out there by myself, I can fix it by myself. But anyways, yeah, I've always been super independent, and I just don't want to depend on other people to fix my stuff. I just want to be able to do it myself. So I remember once I had this bike, and I was just kind of learning how to build bikes, like bicycles. And I would put this tube in the rear tire and I'd pump it up, and in the middle of the night it would just go bang, like you pump it up to 80 psi or whatever because there's a road tire. In the middle of the night, just bang. Like 3-4 nights in a row, it just would do this. It was so confusing. Like, what is going on? Like, and then my girlfriend at the time, she's like, "Why don't you just take it to the bike shop and have them fix it?" And I was like, what? Why would I do that? Because my mindset is one of like, well, if I take it to them, I won't learn anything, you know? And, you know, that kind of act of troubleshooting and figuring out the problem is skill in itself, you know? So, yeah, for me, it was like, what? Why would I do that? This just, like, doesn't make any sense at all. Like, I'm going to figure this out, obviously. Maybe she was annoyed because every night this tire exploded. Anyways, it turned out there's like a rim strip inside the tire that was just garbage. And over time, the tire would push through the rim strip into the spoke holes, and then as it pushed through the smoke holes, the tire would blow up. There would basically a hole would form and it would blow up. But it took quite a while to figure out like what the hell was going on. But it's like, from that experience, I kind of learned how to troubleshoot stuff, think about stuff in kind of a critical way, and if I need to fix my chain out in the wilds, well, I know how to do it. Whereas if I didn't know how to do it, I'd be stranded. And on top of that, it's free, and I don't have to wait for somebody else to, fix it for me. So I checked my tire pressure this morning because in the last video I had problems with the tire going down. I had no idea. After pumping it up to 35 psi the day before, yesterday morning it was down to 25. So I pumped it back up to 35. This morning it was 35. So I have no idea. Motorcycle tires are a bit of a black hole of logic. There's no rhyme or reason to why it's doing this stuff in my mind, but maybe that's another thing I need to learn about. But all right, so our first stop today is Riverside, Iowa. Now, I think for most people that location won't sound like anything special at all. But if you're a Star Trek fan, it might ring the bell. It might ring the bell. It's a little bit silly. It's a little bit stupid. But it's really, it's amusing. I think it's kind of funny. So, but I know there's like 1% of you that are like, oh, he's really going there. 12 minutes and we'll be there. For you, 5 seconds. Cornfields of Riverside, Iowa. Oh, oh, they have the signs already. This town is fully committed. Oh. Okay, this is making me a little too happy. Okay, I think I might be up here. Oh, I see a sign. Do you see that? There it is. So for those that don't know, James T. Kirk was the captain in the original Star Trek. And so he's just a fictional character, he's not a real person. And of course, Star Trek took place in the future. So this is the future birthplace of Captain James T. Kirk. He was born, or he was born. He will be born March 22nd, 2228. I guess Gene Roddenberry, the writer of Star Trek, he chose Riverside, Iowa as his birthplace. And so now they've fully committed, and there's like Star Trek stuff all over the town. Even this is the post office here. Whole bunch of Star Trek stuff. Now I just want to go check out, I saw the Enterprise over there, or a version of the Enterprise. Yeah, so here's the Enterprise. History and Star Trek exhibits. Souvenir shop. Oh, it's closed! Okay, well, I gotta get a shot of the Enterprise. Oh, they open at noon. I think I have to keep going though. Alright, well at least I can see through the glass, but... Alright, I will. Alright. That made me happier than it should have. Yeah, that's really cool. That was really fun. To be honest, I was more of a TNG fan. Like, actually, I've watched every episode of The Next Generation. And yeah, see, you can see you have Uhura, you got the Enterprise there. And And then you got Scotty. But if I wasn't a TNG fan, a Next Generation fan, I definitely wouldn't have come here. But I loved the Next Generation. Like that, what a fantastic show. And actually, I was a bit curious because like Next Generation had a different captain, Jean-Luc Picard, played by Patrick Stewart, and his character was born in France. So I looked up, you know, his birthplace in France, and it seems like they haven't done the same thing in that town in France. So, but fans have gone to that town just to be like, yeah, I've been to his future birthplace. So, so our next destination is 3 hours, 19 minutes away. It also has to do with kind of popular media as well. But first, I must ride. I think we're crossing over into Illinois with this river. I'm not sure what river this is though. Welcome to Illinois, east of Chicago. Alright, so we've just arrived in Joliet, Illinois, and this is the location of our next destination. So this building, or maybe group of buildings, has appeared in many movies and TV shows, including the Blues Brothers, and then the show Prison Break, although I've never watched that one. Oh, I see it already. Wow. Maybe you can tell by now what it is. It's an old prison. Joliet Correctional Facility. And it's basically an old prison built in the late 1800s that was actually still active until 2002. Alright, this is turning out to be a little bit more involved than I thought. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go inside and yeah, pay the price to see what this is all about. Good, how are you?
Doing good. Here to see the prison?
Yeah. How much is it?
It's $20 a person.
Okay. Sure, and that's just like a self-guided?
Yeah, just a self-guided tour. I've marked on the map here all the buildings that are open.
Oh yeah, sweet.
So here's a map for you. That's also your ticket in. Just one last safety thing. In the West Cell Block and North Segregation, that was solitary and death row. Most of the cells are open. You're welcome to go into them, take pictures in them, whatever. Just don't close the doors. They get stuck. People have locked themselves in before.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So don't want that to happen again.
Okay. All right. And when that does happen, can you hear like the knocking or whatever?
We'll find you. We'll have employees going around.
Okay.
But the last time somebody locked themselves in a cell, the fire department had to be called. So
okay.
We ask that you just don't do that if you.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Note to self: don't lock yourself in solitary confinement. All right, the prison gates.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
All right.
Kind of a creepy place, huh?
Yeah, and it's I stumbled upon it because I was driving, dropping a friend off that lived out here, and he was like, "Well, take this way," and I was like, "What is that?" He was like, "Oh, it's the old Joliet." I said, "What?"
Yeah.
And so then I started researching it, so I just finally made it after 6 months over here to look at it. And it's amazing. And then when you look at how the prison progressed over years and how it was at first, all the way to them not even having running water cell. And then when they got done with it, just came and dumped it out in the field.
Is that what they did?
Yeah, it's a sign over that says when they finished, they had a slop jar. So basically, if they had to go in the middle of the night, or and they would bring it out and just dump it.
Oh, it must have been some mess out here. Like, jeez. It's so old that they house Civil War people here, prisoners from the Civil War. Yeah,
it's so old that the prisoners themselves built the prison.
That kind of makes sense.
Prisoners from the Alton Penitentiary brought them here to build a prison. So the prisoners built themselves a prison.
It's kind of a good idea.
Yeah. And then the stone that you're looking at was actually quarried from the area.
Yeah. You're a good tour guide.
Yeah. So like I said, I do walk. Let me take a picture of this. West Cell House.
Oh, wow. There's some more light over here. Yeah. Oh, that sound. Oh, good. It's a pretty small room. Thanks for that.
Oh, no problem.
Okay, well, I'm not inside it, so I should be able to close the door. The clink.
Oh, this is one with the bed.
Oh, there's a bed. Oh, it's a bunk. There's two guys in here.
Yeah.
Wow.
And these doors were electric, you can see.
Oh, yeah.
And this is one that's fully open without a door on it.
Oh, look at this giant switch. Release ports open. Emergency unlock. Wow.
Go up and down the steps to the other cells.
That made an amazing sound. Which one is the solitary?
It's to the right, I know.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna go take a wander.
Okay.
Yeah, have a good one. Oh, these are the original cells. Well, the rooms are quite big, aren't they? Oh, they blocked this off to protect it. It's never too late to mend. Well, that's the exact kind of pick me up I need to hear when I'm in prison. So check out the way they lock this door. So the door can only open that way. So they've got a big metal bar that goes here to this padlock here. This building is looking newer, and the doors are open. So it's the dining hall. Wow. Lots of Simpsons art in here. But imagine this is where you came for lunch every day. It's funny there's no smoking signs. Like, were people allowed to smoke outside while you're in prison? Were you even allowed to smoke? It seems really odd. Wow. Was it full with water? I wonder if that goes to the tower. there. I wonder if that's how that works, but there is a door at the bottom of the tower that's blocked off. This place is kind of intense, to be honest. It's a good, you know, reminder. Be good. Don't break the law or you'll end up here. All right. Well, that was pretty interesting. Oh, it's getting late in the day already. I don't want to ride in the dark again, so I think I'm just gonna ride a little more and find a hotel. Before I get the hotel, I have something to pick up here. Oh, there it is right there. So, I'll show you what it is. It's my Canada East map. Very important. Okay, now that we did that, maybe I'm gonna find some dinner, and then while I do that, I'll find a hotel. Healthy fast food. Chick-fil-A. Oh man. Maybe Chipotle. I'll try Panera Bread. I don't really know what it's like, but
John, listen up, I'm a wreck, I'm a mess. This is not the effect of a loss or a vex. This is you. Hand me the key to your door. Give me one solid week. Give me 4 years to climb the stairs and pine. Don't get tired, honey, I won't keep you long. I was just calling up to find out if you're still in town.
I don't know why I'm so fascinated by bathroom facilities. Bathrooms in jail, it's not fun, is it? But quite interesting to see. I've never been to a place like that before, and it's to be honest, quite interesting to see. Just what life in a jail would be like. That one's a little different because it's been like upgraded throughout the years. So like, I imagine when it was first built, it must have been just absolutely horrid, squalid conditions. But anyways, also the future birthplace of James T. Kirk. I actually really enjoyed that. That was like, it's so silly, but it's been taken relatively seriously, and which I kind of appreciate. You know, like they made this whole expensive plaque. The whole town's covered in this Star Trek stuff, this Star Trek memorabilia and all that. And yeah, I wonder if they had like got permission from like, I don't know who owns Star Trek, but Paramount owns Star Trek, don't they? I wonder if they, because they're using all this Star Trek stuff in their town and all that, and it's clearly a tourism thing. But anyways, that doesn't really matter. But maybe I'm looking this way because the map's there, so maybe we should look at it. So here's our central USA map. And this morning we started in Iowa City, and I went went south, and then went to Riverview, and then from there and that's where the Star Trek stuff was, and then I went this way, something like this, and then to Davenport,
And then what did I do? Something like that. Crossed into Illinois. And keep going. Interesting, there's a town called Ottawa, which is also the capital of Canada. And then kept going to Joliet. Joliet. That's where the prison was. And then I just went somewhere over here. And I think this area is called South Holland, but it's just south of Chicago. So I'm pretty sure in the next video we'll enter Canada. We'll just have to rip through Michigan. I think I've got at least one place to check out in Michigan. And then once we get to Canada, I found a whole bunch of cool stuff to check out in Canada. So I'm kind of excited about that because some of it's like really interesting, but also very Canadian, which all the Canadian viewers, I think you're going to enjoy. So, so if you liked this video or the other videos, or you're interested in the whole trip, because the goal is to get to New Zealand, there is a subscribe button down below. And if you'd like to follow along, that's probably a good thing to press. But anyways, thank you so much for watching the video, and hopefully you'll see you in the next one. Bye.